Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Judi Juvancic-Heltzel, Interim School Director for Sports Science and Wellness Education at the University of Akron. Over the past several months, we've had to make drastic changes in our everyday lives, from sheltering in place to social distancing, working and going to school remotely, as well as not being physically able to be with some of our family members, our friends, and these are changes that are very, very difficult. But another thing that people might be having difficulty doing is being physically active. Maybe they're not as physically active as they have been in the past because their fitness facilities are closed, or maybe they don't have access to parks or places where they would exercise in the past. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you some tips and show you how you can exercise at home, keep yourself physically active, and feel better about it. So first of all, I just want to talk about the general recommendations for physical activity. So for health benefits, individuals, adults should be exercising at least 150 minutes a week. Children and adolescents should be exercising 60 minutes a day. You may have heard the term called sitting is the new smoking, and what sitting is the new smoking refers to is independent of meeting those physical activity guidelines, if we spend the rest of our day seated, or a large percentage of our day, there are health risks that go along with that. There's an increased risk of obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer. And again, as I said, a lot of us are seated. We have sedentary jobs where we're sitting at a computer all day. Students are in class. When in your free time, you spend a lot of your free time with screen time, watching television, computer games, on your phone, those types of things. So how can we get physically active? Well, one of the things when you are in that prolonged time of just being seated is to set a timer and get up maybe every hour and do some type of exercise. And I'm going to show you some examples now that you can do very, very easily with or without equipment. If you are able to do 2 minutes of exercise, 4 30-second bouts every hour, that's an additional 16 minutes that you can get in during the day. So that's pretty cool, and it's not that hard. It doesn't take a whole lot. Some other things that you can do while you're sheltering in place and can't get to the gym, there are some fitness facilities that actually have either virtual classes online or free classes that you can access. Get up and dance. If you like to dance, just turn on the music and let yourself go. I'm actually a Zumba instructor, so of course that's how I get my exercise. I just get into the music. You can also, when you're watching TV, instead of flipping through the channels, go ahead and do some exercise while the commercials are on. You'll get a couple minutes of exercise there. So with that being said, I'm going to show you some exercises. I'm going to show you an upper body, a lower body, some cardio, and some core exercises that you can do. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you simple jumping jacks. You don't need any equipment for the jumping jacks. So this would be high impact. Do this for about 30 seconds. If you don't want to add the jumping to it, just step side to side. That'll help. A lower body exercise that you can do is a chair squat. So if you have a stable chair, sit down, come to the chair, sit back, make sure your knees don't go above your toes. Okay, that's an exercise for that. For your upper body, you might want to do push-ups. So you can do push-ups against the wall. You can do push-ups with the chair, so you're pushing down. Okay, that'll hit your chest. That's a great exercise. You can exercise seated in a chair. Hands behind your head. Just reach your elbow to your opposite knee. Do 30 seconds of each of those, and you've got one set in. Another exercise that you can do for cardio, just running in place. High knees. You can turn this way, hit your gluteals. So that's a good exercise. You can do walking lunges. You're gonna have to follow me. So just walking at a distance, forward, and then coming back. Same thing. Again, watching your knees. a exercise for the core. Feet are about hip distance apart, and hands are in a fist. You're just going to rotate. You can rotate down and up. Okay, so that's one for your core. Biceps curls. I got my little props here. 64-ounce bottles, elbows in tight. It's another exercise you can do. Okay. Other cardio exercises. You can do jump squats. Okay, that's another cardio exercise. Lots and lots of different choices. Another exercise for your upper body would be your triceps. Okay, when you're doing triceps in this position, you have to flex from your hips, elbows are back, and you're working the backs of your arms. Another exercise for cardio, for your core. Again, getting into this position here, watching your knees, and then just reaching side to side. One side, and then the other side. So those are just some helpful exercises. Be as creative as you want, upper body, lower body. You can add resistance with things that you have every day in your house. So what are some of the benefits that exercise can do for you? Helps to strengthen your heart, strengthen your muscles, helps to increase bone mass. You get those feel-good endorphins. You're feeling good, you got that extra oxygen to your brain. But another benefit when we're talking about the brain is that exercise, specifically cardio type exercise, increases the presence of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, and that actually can travel to the brain, and it helps to create new neural pathways in your brain. So it's going to help with cognition, it's going to help with your studying, beneficial all the way around. So my message to you today is get up and move, have fun. When we get back to our everyday lives, don't forget to keep moving throughout the day. Thank you very much, and we rise together.